So back in 2014, bird flu was flooding headlines, and well, this year it's happening again. So here's what you need to know about that. You see, just like humans and well, really any other animals, birds sometimes get sick, and sometimes they even have their own pandemics. That's what that was. Birds everywhere got infected with the H5N1 virus, or bird flu, millions of whom were birds in factory farms like chickens, ducks, and turkeys. In fact, because factory farms cram so many animals tightly together in filthy conditions, they're actually ideal environments for diseases like bird flu to break out. And so this year, unsurprisingly to experts, bird flu is back.
Since January of 2022, the USDA estimates that over 47 million birds have been infected with it just in the US. For perspective, that's like the entire human population of Spain. Anyways, whenever this happens, the important thing to do is to contain the spread of the virus, so it doesn't infect like every bird on the planet or start the next human pandemic.
And the way that we do this is that as soon as one bird on a farm tests positive, we take the entire flock they came from and we kill all of them. And this has just been an animal welfare disaster. According to this report by the Animal Welfare Institute based on USDA data, the three main ways we've been doing this so far are suffocating the birds by filling barns with CO2, choking the birds by filling barns with foam, and this thing called VSD. Now, of those three methods, VSD is the cheapest and therefore also the most common by far, but it's also the one that causes the birds the most suffering. You see, it stands for ventilation shutdown, and it refers to the process of shutting down ventilation into a barn, followed by turning up the heat, gas, or steam. This causes the barn's temperature to skyrocket, essentially turning it into a giant oven, and the birds die by suffocating or overheating, often after suffering for hours.
In fact, Animal Outlook recently obtained public records from experiments that were testing VSD on chickens, and this is what those experiments looked like.
One worker who helped do this to over 5 million birds called this cooking the animals alive, and due to the extreme suffering this causes the animals, vets have called this the most inhumane method available.
So, if bird flu keeps spreading, will it cause the next human pandemic? Well, historically, the bird flu virus hasn't been very good at infecting humans, and since 2003, only 865 humans have been infected. However, over half those cases were fatal, and there's no guarantee that things won't change. Viruses mutate all the time, and it wouldn't be all that surprising if one day bird flu became a big problem for us as well.
So to summarize, we have crammed animals in conditions that not only cause them extreme suffering, but also they create ideal environments for diseases to break out. Then when diseases do break out, which by the way causes them to suffer just like when we get sick, our solution is to kill them by using methods that cause them even more extreme suffering.
And while the animal agriculture industry is responsible for this, so are we, the public, who endorse this cruelty by buying the eggs, chicken wings, and other animal products that these animals are made to suffer for.